Hi everybody, this is a black, red, and white Arcane Bombardment deck with our new friend Quintorius. We're still testing out some different configurations involving our elephant friend, and so we've got a few fun copies of Breach the Multiverse and Hit the Mother Lode to go along with Beseech the Mirror and a few other fun additions from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It's definitely still a little clunky, but let's see a few games with it out on the standard ladder and see what we can learn. Alright, well let's take this pile out for a spin. This is a very strange opening hand. Trying out a Mardu flavor of Quintorius Bombardment. Quintorius, kind of great. I love that he works the way we thought he might. Can get a nice stack of spells under Bombardment and then just drop Quintorius for a nice big chunky kind of burst of burn later on. Running a few one-ofs in this deck. See, we got the end in our opening hand here. Opponent looks to be on green and black, which is definitely very grindy as my computer struggles to catch up. Be picking up a new one pretty soon here. Let's try Tunnel Grinder. Kind of wanted to try this one out. See if we can't make some treasure with it. Discard some things. So it's not a huge deal if we drop these spells in our graveyard, because the plan is to get Bombardment to pick them back up anyway. So expensive stuff like Hit the Mother Lode and, of course, the Breach that we just drew. The idea is we'll be getting that later on. All right, opponent uses the Liberator on the Tunnel Grinder. That's okay. Tunnel Grinder, just trying it out. I really wish it made a treasure right away. That would be amazing. It would be like a toned-down Fable of the Mirror Breaker, but I'm out of luck. Might be better in a Reanimator style deck. All right, well, it's time for turn 4 big score. We'll pass it on back to our opponent here. He's got some fancy Dread Knights. Opts to activate the Restless Cottage right away. Yeah, we clearly don't have Wanderer mana up. So that's probably a great move from the opponent. Eats our Hit the Mother Lode. Just got to let that through for now. Let's discard Breach to this big score. We're one away from lethal. One attack, that is. All right. This land gets us 7 mana. Let's see. Probably got to beseech for something here. So we've got a few mana left to get lost on our opponent's turn, so let's bargain. What do we take here? So if we're going to get lost on our opponent's turn, I want to cast something now to kind of help us out. Can't be Sunfall. Rankle's Prank at least is going to slow him down. Yeah, let's go with the Prank. And we'll do discard and sacrifice since we've got a few extraneous lands here. Let's take out the Vents and the Springs. I'm going to discard some removal and a Virtue. So the Dread Knights, they're going to be able to cast again, but then if they do that, they can't activate the Cottage. So we're kind of putting them in a little tricky choice here. Nope, just firing up the Cottage again. And then our one remaining removal spell can hopefully take care of this. Okay, luckily they don't have a safekeeping, but it's kind of unlikely in that deck. Anyway, Bombardment the draw. Yeah, let's get it down now. Hope that they don't have a Boseiju, or another Liberator for that matter. Okay, Glissa. Glissa can get rid of Bombardment, but it's a little slow. We've got time to answer it. They use one of our map tokens, revealing Nissa on the top. We draw Mirrex, so not really any help there. Okay. Yeah, let's go for Quintorius here. And we got to discover. Okay, Thrill. That's at least a spell. Activates Bombardment. Gains us a little bit of life. Okay, Beseech. Yeah, let's go Beseeching. Not going to bargain this one. And yeah, I think just an Edict, since we can't Well, no, we can cast Get Lost, but if we wait, we can't do it because of the Mirrex. So let's take... Yeah, okay, good. The mana in this deck is not the greatest. I got to be careful about that. All right, opponent opts to explore. Let's use Edict now, because I think that negates the explore effect. Perfect. We pick up Rankle's Prank, since the Edict activates Bombardment. All right, let's do that. A little burn here, since we can afford it now, and a free Beseech. Yeah, Quintorius basically makes that a free Rankle's Prank. And what do we want here? Yeah, probably just another Get Lost. It hits so much. And Get Lost, what a gift to white-based control decks in Standard here. All right, Quintorius. Well, you're limited in your options. Let's make a Spirit. Let's activate Bombardment and see if we can't find a way to finish this game off before our opponent can lay down some more of those threats. We get at the end that has no targets. The Prank should be enough loss of life to get rid of it, and we're going to have to cast these spells, though, to get Quintorius' burn effect. So let's go the end on our Spirit, and we'll Beseech for whatever. So that's the max three activations out of Quintorius. Doesn't really matter what we find here. Let's go ahead and grab Union. Sure, nice to gain some extra life. The end, sure. Wow, I get to search my own library with that. Okay. And finally, the Prank ends the game. All right, good game. All right. Yeah, Tunnel Grinder loves showing up in my opening hand. I don't know, saw some other folks playing it, thought we would give it a try. Got our one of Union here that we can Beseech for. Gonna have to pick up some black mana, though. I think that's one of the things I probably messed up putting this deck together, was not including enough black mana sources. That does increase the number of tap lands we have to put in the deck, and so kind of makes us more vulnerable to aggro strategies, which are kind of popular right now, especially with the dinosaurs and all the stuff that Mono Red has. All right, found some lands off of that Thrill. Let's see what our opponent's got for us. There's the red. This must be dinosaurs. Opponent's got a Huatli. The opponent really going all in on the dinosaur theme between the avatar and the pet. All right, attacks with the mana creature. Let's do this Union here to draw and gain some life back. Just keep things moving along. Should be able to hit all of our land drops at this point. We've got at the end here. Okay, it looks like if we cast the end on Huatli after they activate it, we can exile it before anything happens, since it's not part of the cost. Hulking Raptor, though, that'll give him 2 mana. I don't think that's enough to activate Huatli just yet. So, opponent comes in to attack. Yeah, let's just take this. We got a nice little cushion from that Union. And let's go big score here. Discard a mountain. Find a Get Lost and a Thrill of Possibility. And then everybody now fits nicely under this Sunfall. Didn't even have to get tricky with it. All right, opponent's got Cavern of Souls. Oh, a Fight Rigging. All right. Yeah, there is the new 3-mana green dinosaur that's just a stock 6/6. Opponent's got a Bushwhack for us. Searching out some more land. Threatening ever more expensive dinosaurs over there. All right. Back to us. Let's play a land. A little bit of card draw here. Let's just go ahead and get lost this fight rigging, though. No creatures on board means the maps aren't quite as big a deal for them. Let's fire up our incubator token. See if they've got any lightning strikes, anything like that hanging around. And we'll just pass it on back since Thrill here is an instant. I'm not sure we would have had enough mana left over to cast something like a bombardment had we drawn it last turn. Let's get rid of this mountain. Okay, there's a Hit the Mother Lode. All right. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to not cast Hit the Mother Lode. Let's go. Discover 10. If the discovered card's mana value is less than 10, create treasure tokens equal to the difference. We find Beseech. Yeah, let's do the non-bargain version. And let's take Bombardment. So in an ideal world here, yeah, we'll attack with this token. In an ideal world, we can get Bombardment down on the board and pull up Hit the Mother Lode. Ooh, opponent's got an Atali. It is a dinosaur. What did we find? Pugnacious Hammerskull. That's... Oh, you turkey. Stole my Bombardment from out of my own deck. Okay. Well, it's... Let's see whose deck is better equipped to take care of this card. All right, let's go Thrill. Let's see what we can find here. Discard Reckless because it's a sorcery. Oh, we pick up a Sunfall. All right, well, big score the draw. All right, it's not an answer to the stolen Bombardment that they got from me. Another Atali. Well, if they're getting spells, it's going to be from my deck. Oh, no. No. Come, okay. Their Bombardment activates. They pick up Bushwhack, one of the few spells that they played. Gonna go find a land. They got to get lost off of Atali, though. So, let's big score in response. They are most definitely targeting our Bombardment with the Get Lost. So let's get a little value out of it on its way out the door. We got 2 left in the deck here. There's a Beseech. Big score finds us an Edict. Let's let our opponent resolve a few things. Yeah, Get Lost. We get a couple of map tokens. Taste of my own medicine. As another hulking raptor hits the board off of that second Atali. Opponent goes exploring, finds a Topiary Stomper on the top. Wow, what a top deck. What a top deck. Yeah, let's go Bombardment here. Let's Beseech. I think we got this. Let's go regular Beseech. Bombardment picks up Get Lost. That's got Ward. Let's hit their Bombardment. It's not that great for them, but you never know. All right. Let's go get Quintorius. And if this Bombardment survives, Quintorius could be a quick win condition for us. At least buy us some time. Ooh, the new Galta. When it enters the battlefield, put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Yeah, you got it. What is in there? Topiary Stomper. That's going to get you land and the Pugnacious Hammerskull, but nothing with haste. Opponent goes exploring on the Hammerskull. That looks like a mana creature to me. And explores on the Stomper. Let's see if they get rid of that. They do. All right. Let's Edict our opponent during this attack. see what they want to do and just see what we can pick up. Yeah, big score's all right. And we will get lost on one of these. Oh, okay. Opponents had enough. Good game. All right. Well, we got a Restless Vents in our opener here. Threw this one in because it's kind of what a bombardment deck is looking for sometimes. You just need a little draw and discard, especially if you're not playing blue. And when Arena decides you're going to get a card, you're going to get multiple copies of the card. Let's put the second one into play. Opponent with a Rugged Highlands is another dinosaur player. Looks like it. And we get a Hit the Mother Lode off the top of our deck, so we'll probably end up discarding that to something like this Thrill here. Hard to believe it's December already. I know that's sort of out of nowhere, but I feel like I haven't had that much time to play with Lost Caverns myself. And I know, what is it, Markov Manor just around the corner? All right, opponent's got a Huatli, going to find a land. Well, I'll tell you, I was looking it up earlier, and Hasbro owns the Clue property, and so if there's no tie-ins there, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. I need like a Colonel Mustard Planeswalker of some variety. Just throwing that out there right now. If anybody at Wizards is looking for ideas, tell them old M. Bacon sent you. Let's lay down land number 4 here. Pass it on back. Okay, Huatli needs 5 to activate. Looks like they may have it. Nope. Continuing at the mana creatures. Oh, they might be limited by the Lore Keeper. Unless Huatli is a dinosaur. Belligerent Yearling. Alright, well, opponent's got a full board here. Huatli coming over, going to smack us for 2. Let's go ahead and Thrill. Let's get rid of Sundown Pass. Alright, there's some 1-to-1 removal spells. Yeah, let's just take a turn here. We pick up Breach the Multiverse. Ugh. All right. Well, we may be in a scenario where if they pay for Huatli, we can eliminate it, and that might buy us some time. They do it. Okay. Actually, let's just let them have it. Yeah, it just creates dinosaurs without haste. This is fine. This is fine. Belligerent Yearling. All right, so gains a little bit of power there, but decides to hang back with the mana creatures. All right, well, let's union. Let's keep drawing. So turns everybody into a mana creature. All right, tell you what, let's get lost it now. Probably should have just done this to begin with. Saved ourselves some headache with the tokens, but I mean, we're still at 20 after all that. All right, so we're at 6 mana, 7 guaranteed next turn for one of our big spells. Let's go ahead and play Quintorius, just kind of a distraction. Let's make a spirit. And even if Quintorius hits the graveyard this turn, we can breach him right on back. Opponent with a follow-up Huatli, Poet of Unity. And Rampaging Raptor, that's a good dinosaur. Well, my hope with this Huatli play, or with this Quintorius play, was to get our opponent thinking about Quintorius instead of my face. And they do. They've taken the bait, sending a couple of dinosaurs that way. All the tramply ones going at Quintorius. All right. Yeah, we'll just block. Why not? It's okay if Quintorius hits the grave, and I'd rather get rid of one of the real dinosaurs than one of the tokens, even if Quintorius still goes away. All right, well, I think let's try Hit the Mother Lode. We should have some treasures left over to do some stuff with, so let's get lost on that raptor over there. And, oh, Oh, I forgot an important point. Forgot a very important point about Hit the Mother Lode, and that's that the treasures come into play tapped, leaving us without the mana this turn to also breach the multiverse. So if our opponent's got any kind of overwhelm, overrun, team pump spell, could be in trouble. Explores into a rampaging raptor. Don't think they've got... Oh, they might. Nope, explores. Dracosaur on the top. Gonna take a bunch of damage here. We go down to 2. Big score the draw. Well, let's big score then, because I think we desperately need a Sunfall. Well, we've got a Beseech. Let's play this land. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got... Oh yeah, we've got 10 treasures remaining. So a regular Beseech. Oh, this is sloppy. Regular Beseech. We're going to grab... Yeah, I mean, we've got a Sunfall here. Not really any other option. And so the next tick of the Huatli Saga just makes mana creatures. And so we can wait before we have to deal with that. Okay, opponent with the Dracosaur. We're going to want to get rid of that at some point. Opponent explores on it. Yeah, let's let it go. I was going to say, odds are they just get a land off the top. Or do we get the roar? What do we target with Get Lost here? Yeah, I think it's got to be the imminent threat of the Dracosaur. So we know opponent's got 1 card in hand, plus that land. All right, it's breach time. Let's mill a bunch of stuff. Well, we find Quintorius in my graveyard. Opponent's got a number of Oh, well, yeah, let's take a tally here. Right? Like, there's no way anything's better than that. Oh, and it casts stuff from exile, too. We're going to get some life off of this through Quintorius, since Atali exiles the things. And we find a big score off our own deck. Awesome. So we gain 4 there. That's wonderful. Bombardment, one of the cards we drew. Hold on. All right, let's go attacking. Yes. Yeah, there's nothing the Sun's Avatar is going to find in my deck. Let's discover here. Get a thrill. Quintorius does a little more damage, gets us a little more life. Okay, I'm feeling good. So our other option was to bombardment there, but I'm worried about removal and hasty dragons, hasty flyers. I'm still not like well versed in all of the new dinosaurs that could be coming our way. Okay, opponent with nothing. Well, I think we got to go for style here. Let's get bombardment out. Let's cast Thrill, discarding extra Quintorius. We pick up another Thrill. Well, let's decline that. Oof. No spells in there. Well, we've got 21 damage on board, so it slides on through. Good game. All right. Well, let's try this. This is not the greatest hand. We need 2 white for Sunfall. Wonderwall? 2 white lands for Sunfall by turn 5. We've got 2 copies of Thrill of Possibility. Brass's Tunnel Grinder could also help. And Thrill is an instant, so let's just pass here. Yep, Tunnel Grinder, not quite Fable. That's okay. Let's go Thrill. We're going to discard Impulse. It's a sorcery, so not the most useful spell once we get Bombardment going. And let's see. If we Tunnel Grinder, we can discard this other Tunnel Grinder and at least start making progress on that. We can discard Sunfall to pick up with Bombardment. And our opponent not coming at us with the most aggressive start. Plus we're still short on that white mana. Threw in this one-of copy of Vat Emergence in here to pick up fun giant creatures from our opponent's graveyard. Thinking about the dinosaurs matchup, but haven't had the chance to use it yet. Opponent's got my old nemesis, Graveyard Trespasser. Loves eating things out of my graveyard. Alright, well, land number 4. Nary a big score in sight. Still 1 white mana shy of this Sunfall. Opponent goes to attacks. They're going to get to take 2 things out of the grave. They grab a Thrill and the other Tunnel Grinder. Opponent probably doesn't suspect that we're a Bombardment deck since they left that Sunfall alone. Liliana, the follow-up play here. Asks for the discard.
Don't overthink things.
Let's go ahead and get rid of Vat Emergence. And we will Thrill at the end of our opponent's turn. Let's get rid of our tap land. Okay, was hoping for an untapped white source to get rid of this Trespasser. We're going to need to address Liliana as well. Let's pass. So we do have a big score now. I guess we could have maybe beseeched there. Let's see what they do here. Asks us to discard.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Let's get rid of Sunfall. I got an idea. We're still short on white mana. We're not casting that anytime soon. Opponent grabs Emergence and a land. Hits us for 4 down to 12. All right, let's go for the big score. Let's toss out the Beseech. Get a couple of treasures, a couple of lands. Oof, another land off the top. All right. Let's go Breach the Multiverse. Opponent's a couple of turns away from activating Liliana's 3rd ability. So maybe we can snag something. Help us out here. Interesting. Yeah, Dracosaur sounds good. And we find Quintorius on our own side. I think we just make a blocker here for Quintorius. See if we can keep him around. If he can survive, we can play Bombardment on our next turn. Okay. All right, Tunnel Grinder might actually flip over here. So if Quintorius survives, we can put Bombardment down and then Discover. Except our opponent's got a Virtue for him. Oh, but we plussed him, though. So they don't have enough power to take him out. All right, so he can't discover anything for us. We need a tiny spell off the top. The end. Okay, well, we gotta hit Liliana. She's close to giving us the old 2 piles of permanence choice. Let's get rid of the other copies. And what else we got here? No, just kind of a mid-rangey Rakdos deck. Opponent's got a Sheoldred left in hand. Let's make a blocker for Quintorius. Let's put Haunted Ridge out. Pass it on back. Opponent's got the Decadent Dragon. Snags 2 cards off the top of my library. one of which is a Sundown Pass. All right, Glutton comes over, trying to get Quintorius. Gets rid of a couple of spells. Although that Breach the Multiverse did fill our graveyard kind of nice for this bombardment. We just need a spell to be able to activate it. So let's chump here with our spirit token. And Beseech the Mirror, the draw. Do we have enough for that? 2, 4. No, we need a 2-mana spell pretty much. What if we beseech and bargain it? And we will bargain away. Yeah, sorry, Tunnel Grinder. It's got to be you. Crap. What was I going to grab? All right, let's try Edict. We can hit the Trespasser without paying the discard cost, so we can keep Bombardment around for another turn. Quintorius gives us a little bit of life back, and then we can make a Spirit. Yep, we'll just pass here. Don't need to do the loot action with our Restless Land. Opponent plays out the dragon. Looks like not much else. Double Bombardment. Okay. Well, we need to get Bombardment down. I think we should just sack Quintorius here, essentially, just to start getting this chain of spells going. Quintorius finds Thrill. All right, it's not the worst. That activates Bombardment, which finds Reckless Impulse. All right, so we at least have a little selection here. Get Lost and Thrill as our options. Let's play out the Land from Exile. Try to do this right, and let's pass. So now we can get lost this dragon and continue to activate Bombardment. Try to find another copy of Quintorius here while we build up spells under Bombardment. Yep, let's get lost it. At least deny them that treasure so they can't play the Virtue that's in exile over there. Might as well Reckless Impulse, and we'll decline the other one. So opponent does get some map tokens. Tap land. Oh, and they stole a Bombardment. What is going on today? All right. Well, I don't know how many spells they've got over there, but let's keep working on ours. Let's see. Sunfall, Edict, and Impulse. Let's go Reckless Impulse. No creatures on the board. We get Hit the Mother Lode and Union of the Third Path. Can we... I mean, we can actually cast this Mother Lode right now. I think it's worth it. We get a Beseech. Yeah, let's Beseech with a bargain. We can sacrifice our Spirit. Should have attacked first there, but... Hold on. Whoa. So I was trying to get lost here. Turns out we've got like 9 cards left in our library. Let's just grab Quintorius. We can't cast him. But maybe we can win the game before we run out of cards in our own deck. Opponent's got a Virtue of Persistence, but that doesn't activate until their next turn. Follows up with a Takenuma. All right, well, we've got a ton of mana. Let's see if we can make this work somehow. We need to move fast. I think... Can we afford this? I think we can, actually. We might be able to get 2 activations out of it, too. So let's go Quintorius here. Leaves us with 5 treasures. Nice, nice. Thrill a Possibility. So we can pay for that by discarding this black and white land. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, let's use this, because Union's going to go away this turn. So we can Thrill on our opponent's turn. All right, Quintorius activates once. Oh, all this stuff without a target. Let's go get lost on Virtue, since we know they've got creatures. We'll just cast Edict, cast Sunfall, and cast Impulse. So it's not going to hit anything, but we do get the triggers off of Quintorius here. Look, 2, 4, 6, 8. Got a big score off the top here. Sunfall happens. Get Lost gets rid of the Virtue. And now it's time for the second bombardment. We've got 5 cards left. Kind of want to do it just for the activation. Okay. Okay. Let's make a Spirit. Pass it on back. All right, so I think we're in a situation where even if we have to cast something like Thrill, I think we win off the Quintorius trigger before it happens. So let's cast Thrill. Discard land, activate both bombardments. And opponent scoops it up. Oh man, good game.